Hey everyone, and welcome to my Raids 3 guide. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is my very first guide on Raids 3, or just guides in general, so I'm really hoping that this helps anybody out there that is willing to get into Raids 3. So right now I'm just logged into the game. There's a pillar in the middle. All you have to do for this one is basically just click the middle, okay, to start a party, make a party. Okay, your friends, anybody in that world that's there can see your party. You can accept or decline people, it's up to you. There's also invocations. Invocations at the top mean the difficulty of the raid. Please read through all the invocations and choose what you feel is best for you. If you're just getting into this, I suggest at the very least, do not do any invocations and work yourself up, okay? So right now we're about to start at 110, which in my opinion is a very easy invocation. So I'm going to show you what a 110 raid looks like at an entry mode, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go into the room. I'm going to go to the Crocodile because the Crocodile is the first one that I always love doing. It's either that or the Swarm. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the Crocodile. This one's very easy. Go quick past the barrier and you're just going to pick up a water container. All you're going to do is get the water through these little obstacle. When you get to the other side of the obstacle, you'll be able to get stamina pots. Your energy level will grow. And if you don't get attacked, your water consumption will be 100 when you do water the plant, as I just did in the video. So you just want to continuously do that. You want to kill the crocodiles, as they do take away water from your plants. You want to make sure you kill any crocodiles that you see. And when your plant is 100 like it is right now, you're going to move on to the boss room. So here we are, the big crocodile, huge crocodile. All I'm going to do is I'm going to attack it with range. This is a range boss predominantly, so you want to just range it. Now you want to look at its mouth. Right now it's spitting out balls, so you want to pray mage. Anything else, you want to pray range. You're going to see a rock come out of its mouth. You're going to pray range to the rock. But anything else, you're going to pray mage. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this a little bit. Okay? And then we're going to get into our first real phase. This is the poison on the floor with the water jugs in the air. There's also blood. When your invocations grow, you'll get these blood guys that you'll be able to spawn in your raid that I have there. So you want to make sure you want to keep space, because they're just trying to suck the HP out of you to keep themselves alive and continuously do that. So right now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the waves here. All I'm doing there is dodging, I'm protecting, I'm looking at everything around me, and I'm just killing the boss. That's all I'm doing here. It's very easy. So here we go, second phase. So basically there's a shield and there's jugs of water. You want to push the water into the shield essentially, and you want to break it. You want to attack it to break it. Kill all the poison and sit behind the barrier. Okay, so when you're behind the barrier, you're allowed up to 3 squares behind. So right now I'm 1, that's 2, 1 more is 3. Okay, so you can continuously attack the boss. Depending on where the shields are, you may not be able to hit the boss. But if you have a T-bow or a bowfile, you should have really good range. So right now I'm just finishing up the boss. The last phase, all it does is shoots out really fast the balls and rocks, so pay attention. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move on to my second part of the raid, which is my scarabs. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the scarabs. This is a big puzzle room. This is a massive puzzle room. So in order to complete the puzzle, you want to go down one side and you want to cross over when you complete each puzzle. So here we are. This is one of my favorite puzzles. I don't pay attention to anything. You can inspect the tablet and try to figure it out if you want. There's a little thing at the beginning there on the side wall that will tell you how to complete this really fast. But for me, all I do is I just run around in circles, take damage, and basically it'll allow me to complete the room. So here we are in fast mode. I'm just going around in circles like a headless chicken and hoping that it'll complete the room, which in fact it does. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next room, which is basically just a memory test. That's all this is. So you want to just hit the lever. It'll tell you exactly where you need to go, and you need to make sure that you get to those spots to complete the room, okay? If you do anything else, you will take damage. So my memory is really bad, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this because I did a lot of errors here. But eventually, I do complete this room. Unfortunately, my memory has been so bad lately, so I'm sorry to be dreading about it, but eventually I do complete it, alright? Eventually. So once completed, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the last part of the room, which is basically just a matching game. All I'm going to do is I'm going to look at each side and I'm going to match them. It's a very easy concept. There's no brain to it really. So that's all I'm going to do. Match one side with the other side. One side with the other side. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on. So I'm going to go ahead and I just fast forward this part because there's no way I'm going to allow you guys just to sit there at real time and just watch this. Like, it's pretty much brain dead if you ask me. So eventually I just complete this and then I move on to the boss room. Okay? There we are, we're about to complete, all done. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the boss room, which is just basically a big scarab. So This one you want to pay a lot of attention. There's lots of things going on, so you want to pay a lot of attention to this part. Alright, so right now I'm just gearing up right now. You want to be in your melee setup and you want to have your stab weapons ready to go. Abyssal Dagger works, Rapier, any stab weapon works. The Carissa Prison, or however you say it, is the best that I've seen so far or used. So you want to just make sure you're dodging. That's all you're doing here, guys. Similar to Warcraft, you have these mage balls that come for you. Just move out of the way. There's a swarm thing that comes around your player and it allows this brown dong thing to attack you or to actually be in your way. So all you want to do there is you want to just stay tight to it. You're going to have these dongs come on your map. All you want to do is make sure the dongs line up. Okay, so on the next phase here, you're just going to get attacked by a bunch of things, so you just want to make sure you kill them. Don't worry about the swarm. It's killing the boss so that you can start attacking the boss. Do not kill the swarms. Okay, allow them to heal the boss so that you can complete the room faster. Okay, so now that the swarm is dead on this phase, you want to make sure that you attack the arcane scarab in the corner. If you do not attack this arcane scarab, it will hit you for massive damage. You want to make sure that you attack it and go back to where you were. Again, there's some dong lines. As you see, I just killed the boss. Just make sure that you stay tight. Alright, once you have successfully completed 2 rooms, you'll have a helping spirit that will give you resources for the rest of the raid. Let's talk about it. In life, we have the white potion, which is basically a lifesaver. If you're about to die, you would use it. It'll boost all your stats to full, and it will lower your defense. The pink potion is a restore. The yellow potion is a brew. Underneath that silk dressing, which will give you HP as you're losing them. And you have the butterfly, which will give you prey points as you're losing them. In chaos, we have the overload, which is the brown. It's called the smelly salt. It's the brown with gold inside of it. That's an overload. And in power, we have a blue potion, which is a spec potion. It basically reduces the percentage of a spec used to give you more spec as you go. Now we're on to the monkey room, which is basically a bunch of dogs and waves. You guys, make sure you guys grab your hammer and make sure you grab your potion. Go to a drain and sit beside it. You'll see these red dogs that come. You want to kill them with mage, green dogs with melee, and the rest with range, okay? So now you're going to see a red venge that went over the drain. You want to just click on your potion, and it'll pour the liquid inside the drain so that you do not take damage. So make sure you guys are doing that. You're going to be hybriding the dogs the entire time from range to mage to melee, etc. So you want to make sure that you do kill the shamans, as they do give you 3 HP dogs that do significant damage, and you only get 3 HP out of them, so make sure you kill them. Again, as you saw, red venge on the pillar. Make sure that you guys click on the pillar, and eventually you'll be able to repair the pillar. You will see these light brown dogs, as you might have just saw already, that explode. Make sure that you guys keep a distance. You can kill them on the way into exploding you, but I suggest just paying attention and moving out of the way. It'll save you from taking significant damage. So, as you see, I just completed this room. It's the same shit over and over and over. The waves just get more and more and more dogs. That's all. Alright, now we are on to the boss room, the monkey room. So you want to make sure that you guys are attacking the monkey with the stab weapon and melee gear. Again, dodge the black things that ever happen on the floor, be out of range. Eventually, rocks will come. You want to be beside the rock, behind the rock, close by the rocks, so stick by the rock. Again, guys, when this happens and you do a lot of damage to the boss, eventually you'll be on the boulders. You want to swap your gear to range. You want to make sure your rigor is on. You want to make sure you're potted. I have overload, so I'm good to go. And you just want to attack the boulders and move into position. I suggest moving in position before attacking, but it's up to you. Eventually, you'll kill the boss like I just did. It's the same thing over again, so make sure that you know that there is 2 phases to that boss. Alright, guys, this is a second last room of the raid, so pay attention, pay attention. I am going to quick pass the barrier and grab the statue off the wall. When you guys are done with this room, make sure you guys put your pickaxe back on the statue. For this room, all I'm going to be doing is using the mirrors to redirect the light to the statue on the opposite side of the pillar in the middle. Okay, so when you are doing this, you will be pickaxing the barriers, as you will see, to allow the light through off of your mirrors. Again, when you have completed this, you'll be able to pickaxe the middle pillar, and you'll be able to successfully complete the raid. You'll have to do this twice, so make sure that you guys pay attention to what I'm doing here, and you will have to end up doing this twice if you do it successfully. If you don't do it successfully, it'll take you more than 2 times to do it. Again, put your pickaxe back on the statue, and now you are ready for the next boss, which is the boss room for that room. So here we are, we're on the last boss of the room. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pay attention to his overheads as he's attacking me and praying exactly what he's hitting me with. So right now, he is going to be hitting me with melee, as I am hitting him with mage because he's protected from everything else but mage. Okay, so eventually, the boss is going to disappear here as I'm putting a lot of damage. Pay attention to the floor. This is very crucial. Pay attention to the sequence on the floor and just follow it along. If you do it properly, you won't take damage. If you do it improperly, you're going to take nothing but damage. After you've completed that, you just want to attack the warriors on the room. You want to just attack one. If you do what I'm doing in the video and attack the boss, you won't be able to hit the boss as it's immune. So you want to make sure you're attacking one of the shadows. So as you can see, I'm doing very, very little damage to the shadow, and eventually I'm going to take damage. There we go. I took some damage. So now I want to pick up the speed on attacking the shadow and go back to killing the boss. Again, guys, if you're going to kill the shadows on the side of the room, I suggest using a fast weapon because you need to attack it fast. Again, pay attention to the floor as you need to see the sequence and you need to follow the sequence. Okay? Once you have completed that, you want to make sure you drag the boss into the area and then attack it further, okay? So now we're going to move on to the last part here. As you saw, I just killed the boss. You want to make sure that you're continuously moving around and killing the boss. As you saw, I killed the boss. Again, guys, those white jellies just move around, move around, move around, move around. Pray mage so you don't get hit a lot, okay? Make sure you pray mage. Now, when you've completed all the rooms, you'll be able to choose, again, life, chaos, power with the helpful spirit. Choose what's best for you. Next, we're moving on to the last boss, which is a very easy boss for me. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to begin. Make sure you right click onto the ghost in the middle. You want to make sure you clog up one side, especially if you're doing it solo. If you're doing a duo, only one person needs to clog on the side. When it's under 70%, you need to move away from the clogged area and you can continuously attack it without needing to worry about anything else. So make sure that you guys clog one side until 70% or under and then move out of the way and continuously attack in the middle. Again, this is a stab boss in the middle here, the stab obelisk. Make sure that you are stabbing it, okay? You'll see a small ball attack you. Don't worry about it. It happens. You'll take damage. If you see a big ball and you're in a duo, not a solo, make sure you guys DD on each other. Now you will see a boss that spawned here. You want to make sure that you're moving around and looking at what it's praying. So right now it just shot a blue ball at me. You want to make sure you pray mage. It will drop your prayer. That doesn't mean your prayer points are out. It just means that you're getting attacked by something that's going to come that you need to pray against, okay? So as you see, I just killed the boss. You just want to keep attacking the core, similar to Corporal Beast where there's a core roaming around. This time, this actually kills the boss when you attack it. So you just want to make sure you're continuously attacking everything that comes out. You want to continue to pray. As you see, a white arrow came for me. Guys, you want to make sure that you are praying range when you see a white arrow. It is not mage. It is range. Make sure, again, you want to pray range when you see things like that come after you. You'll see these balls that the boss are throwing at you. You want to pray range. Everything else is pray mage, okay? When you see that blood fan, make sure you guys are continuously moving or else you'll die. As you saw, I just spec'd the boss. Again, guys, use a DDS on the core. Do not use claws or anything else. After you've killed it, now I'm moving on to the boss, guys. The sequence is right, left, middle. Again, right, left, middle. Make sure you guys mark it so that you know, okay? I love to use these 3 squares when I'm attacking it, as you see. Eventually, when you kill the boss a little bit, you're going to get these skulls. You want to make sure you one tick each one. Don't do it slow. Just click one, next, next, next. You could just go boom, 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 boom. You don't need to click attack on one and just stand there and then attack the other. You can just click, 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 click. Now go back to your sequence, right, left, middle. It'll always restart after each phase. Again, hit the skulls in the middle again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go back to the middle. Now you're going to be getting attacked by a crocodile. Okay, you want to make sure that you are praying accordingly and moving in the sequence right, left, and middle. So make sure you guys are doing that. Eventually, skulls will come. Again, these are your last skulls for the raid. So make sure you just one tick them like I'm doing right now in the game and praying what the crocodile is hitting you with. Again, right, left, middle is what you start and end with, okay? So make sure you're doing that. Eventually, you'll kill the boss so much that everything is going to be happening. You got things coming from the top, from the crocodile. You got tiles being removed. You got black things on the floor you got to dodge. And you got to continuously attack the boss at the same time and pray while you're doing everything. So make sure you're constantly attacking the boss, using your brews. Make sure you guys use what you used when you brought in and use what is in the raid after the fact. If you're in tight things, make sure you guys use the Umbraso. The white potion will restore absolutely everything, but lower your defense, so pay attention. Okay, when you have completed the raid like I just did, you want to make sure that you come and collect your points. In the middle, if you got a purple, it'll glow. That little statue in the middle, it will glow. Okay, guys, it will glow if you get a purple. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed my guide on Raids 3.